Okay, so this message is for the newer players. Okay, this is why I made this video to help you guys. One thing I'm gonna say: do not beg for items. Okay, it's gonna end up get you on blacklisted on a lot of people. People are not gonna like you, and eventually you're gonna be removed or kicked from group chats in the game. And if you beg in Discord RF4, you're gonna end up getting yourself kicked and banned from there too. This game, you have to do things on your own. Asking for items steady is just going to piss people off. I'm just speaking the truth, okay? And if you're persistent with the begging, what's going to happen is that somebody's going to report you and you're going to get thrown in the penalty pond, which so basically you are banned from the community. You cannot participate in chat. You cannot go to different water bodies until you complete your ban sentence, which is a set number of kilograms that you have to fish out before you are released from the penalty pond. But if you repeat, you're going to be banned and get permanently banned from the game. Keep that in mind. Hey guys, this is DT Gaming. So I want to talk to you guys about Groundbait. Now, I realized that the tutorials that have been in the game, you guys ain't taught how to make the ground bait or how to use it. Um, so this is part of the fishing for noobs on the which is on the website, which you'll find the link below in the description. So we're gonna talk about the ground bait right now. So when you're doing ground bait, okay, so you have to grow your level, your percentage to use certain ground baits, okay? So let's look at something here. So right from the start, you'll be able to make um the basic right here. See? Santalina, ground crackers, then milk porridge, bloodworm, fly maggots, vanilla, sunflower oil, and caramel. You don't need to make any percent on this. You automatically unlock it. However, as for mixing the ground bait, I would raise this as up to 5 as quick as possible because this is going to help you. Not with only from leveling, but also give you better quality ground bait to help you attract better fish. Okay, so let's go over here. We're gonna look at ground bait. So first thing I want to look at, there are different pre-mixes here. There's barbel mix, black and carp mix, bream mix, carp mix, crucian gibble mix, eyed, roach, tench, and white bream. Now this is going to be your mix right here. Going to be the first one using. This one required brown crackers, milk porridge, and sunflower oil. Now if you don't have these, I'll just go to the shop right here. Under ground bait, you'll find your basic. You want your ground crackers right here. Not very much. You can buy anywhere from 1 portion to 50 portions. You only need 1 portion usually. So we'll buy one. I already got one, so don't worry. I'll just buy one anyway. It only costs only 0.6 of a silver. Doesn't really cost that much. So now we want millet porridge. So we're gonna go over here, and this right here is 0.4, a little more cheaper, and you only need one of those. Then over here, attractant, you want the sunflower oil. Now when you buy one, you get 5 portions, so you can use 5 times per each purchase. Okay, and I already have one, but when you buy one, it'll count as 7. Okay, because count as 5 uses. So you're gonna go down here, ground bait. You're gonna click on crucian and gibble carp mix. Okay, now we have you got the base, you got additive and attractive. Now you can go ahead and make the mix. and this is how you make your ground bait. Up here will tell you what how many you made and what quality. Now, if you have zero, like on if you're starting out, you're going to be making anywhere between 2 and random higher numbers. So get the ground bait skill up. That way you can make between 9 and 10 always. Okay, so we're going to pick this up. So click on space or push the button OK to use it. All right, so now we got your ground bait. Okay, you're going to go hold Y, or no, yeah, hold U on your keyboard. We're going to go try to find that ground bait we just made. And chances are it's a 30, so that's what we're looking for. 30. That's so many ground bait, I can't even find it. That ain't it. I think this is over here. So what you're gonna do is that you can just come up to the water and the water body. That's, for example, it's over here. Now you can actually drag that by holding the U button as we're showing you. And you're gonna take that ground bait you just made, and you want to just bring it over here, either on T or basically on 4 or 5. Basically, don't really matter. But I want to put that mix over here. All right. There's ways you can figure how far you're gonna throw it. So let's grab one of our rods here. We're gonna pick up, and we're just going to use what would be right for this. One of them use maybe just say 22. Don't worry about it. And we want to use. You can use worms, don't really matter. But we're using millet porridge anyways. So probably this right here would be the same thing as millet porridge. If you think about it. The pea porridge, millet porridge, I don't think it really matters, but we're just using worm. Don't really matter. Okay, so now this right here I want to talk to you about. On the feeder rod, you can use a cage where you can buy it in the shop. Okay. Or you can use sinkers and you can throw the ground bait out. Otherwise, you can just use a cage. And you can put the same ground bait into here. That'll be this one. And when you pick up, you see it at the end of your pole that you have this little thing hanging. That is your feeder cage, which has now ground bait in it. And we're going to do a clip of 10. No, let's try 15. Okay, now you know where you threw it at. Let's put this down. Alright, now let's go ahead and grab that. Alright, now let's see how far 50% would get you. See? 50%, not that far. Let's try almost 100. See, 100 is almost where you want to be if you do a full. That exactly where you just cast it at. So 50% with the rod and a full max throw will get you right where you cast it at. Okay. So now let's talk about something here. Okay, what the hell is going on here? Okay, that was weird. Never did that before. Alright, now let's look at rig components. I was telling you about the feeder cage, right? So we have the classic inline method feeder and feeder rock. It's the top of the classic. These are the original cages that you see that I'm using. This is going to be your cheapest one, which you're probably gonna go with this one right here, 30 grams. It's only 2.9 silver, almost 3 silver, which is affordable. And as you can see, it has like a low weight to it automatically, so it gives you able cast, which is based on the 30 grams right here. And one portions mean that you can fit one ground bait in here. You see some that has two portions, which is a larger cage, which can fit two portions of ground bait. All right, let's look at inline. Inline is basically, I think it just goes through the line. Or I don't know how this actually works. But the ground bait would just go in here. You see all one portion, different sizes, 20 and 30 and 50. Alright, as for the method feeder is same thing actually. You just put the ground bait, just goes in here. You see the low weight on the end right there. You'll see like an engrave of what size it is. It's kind of pretty cool they actually put that detail on it. But yeah, you just use this on the method feeder. Basically what that'd be used for, like for example, here under rig. Now it's locked for me. This is method feeder. This is where you're gonna use that type of rig. So right there, that picture. That's where you would use that rig at. Then you have your feeder rocket. You see there are different things here. These are used on spuds, which I'll talk to you about here in a second. You basically load a dry mix in here, and you use that as the on like a spud rod, which I'll show you about. There's this one, and there's the classic, and there's spud and feeder bombs. There's all kinds of different ones you can get. It also has different portions. You see 7 and 10. This also 5 and 10. This also is like, I never used the bomb. The one that I had on my other account is this one and this one right here. Okay, so the feeder rods, not feeder. This is what you need right here, spud rod. Okay, and you're gonna look at the weight is what you're looking at. A lot of people go with this one because it's 25 to 210 grams, and these can be quite heavy. And you see the weights here in the bottom. Now, not only the weights are in these rockets and stuff, you also gotta consider how much weight you're putting in based on the ground bait you're putting on. So that's also count for weight. So like I said, if you're gonna do with the spud, go ahead and get this. This would be your good best bet to use. And you don't need expensive reel, right? So you can put a spark reel on and have no problem with it. Because this is not going to be used for fishing. It's basically be used for throwing ground bait into the water that's attached to a line. This will give you better accuracy to put ground bait out. So that is for using this dry mix. You use this to make for the spud rod. That's what you use. And then there's another one here, PVA stick. Now keep in mind that PVA stick you can get to 100% on ground bait. However, you have to have 100% on your bottom fishing too, even to use PVA. So you're gonna be using ground bait for now, and later on dry mix once you get down to here. So bottom fishing, you need the spud rod skill to use, which is at 80%. Now the ground bait making is just for mixtures, additives, and attractants. That's all you're gonna be unlocking. Nothing to do with what type of ground bait you can make, but to use it is a whole different story with the bottom fishing. So also, there's other components you can use under accessories. You got cobras. These are used to for ground bait. Basically, ground bait would just go in here, you just chuck it as well, and then you have different kinds here. It says 100, 115. Basically, it'll basically tell you how much you actually don't tell you how much to put in, eh? And then you got your slingshots. This is also for ground bait. You can pull the ground bait in here. You can actually use this to get further distance on it. What are these anyway? This is for ground bait, right? I don't see it say anything about the. Yeah, I think this is for ground bait. They just don't really say anything about ground bait. There's different types. There's one that has one portion, 5 portions. I don't know why you need different ones for. They're about the same price. This one's more expensive for some reason. Maybe it shoots farther. Hey, that's the case. It kind of looks different though than this one. This one has like a. Actually, I don't think it really matters. Anyways, power cat. You don't really say how far it throws. But yeah, so before I end this, I want to talk to you guys about ground bait anymore. So with the ground bait, guys, is for example, so you got this unlocked. This is automatically unlocked. So for the next one, you're gonna use to make this right here. Make a few of these to get your percent up to unlock this. Then this one is going to be basically used for what you for yeah, this right here you want so you can unlock pro barley. By the time you reach over, you want this unlocked so you can make the bream mix. Okay, and then you're going to once you get this unlocked right here, then you're going to keep making this right here. You don't need to buy everything. If you're going to up your brown bait, just only buy mixtures, either pro barley or feed. Then you keep making this mixture over and over and over again until you unlock the next ground bait. And then you're gonna buy the oak flakes. You're gonna buy a bunch of these, and then you're going to unlock this. Then you want to buy that ground peas until you unlock this. So only use mixtures to up your level on your ground bait. That's what I did. As a matter of fact, I'll link another video on the description here that will better explain how to level your ground bait better than I can show you, because it's kind of hard to show when I'm at 100%, so I can't really show you. But for when if you do this, okay, you only need to go here, just make ground bait, just mixture. All you need is mixture, and that's it. So, for example, you're gonna load, like for example, the ground peas. You're gonna click and make right here. You're not gonna keep this though. You're going to discard it. So hit the backspace and keep making it over and over again until you get your percentage up. Okay, that's how you do this. Only use base, nothing else. Otherwise, you'd be spending more and more silver. All right. So what I usually do is that I will buy maybe 150 to 200 for each different base I unlock. So that way you have enough to keep going. And make sure you guys have premium if you guys don't. It does help out a lot. Otherwise, it's going to take you a lot longer to get through your ground bait making. Only do it during happy hour. Okay, you unlock happy hour. You get happy hour each day around 6 p.m. Central Time, or every day when it resets, and you get 1 hour. So use that time to raise your ground bait or bait harvesting. That's what we all do. But if you can't get premium, you could do it that way. You don't have to have a set time to do it either, and just do it your way and take your time. But keep in mind, it's going to be slower and it's going to be a little more slower. But you'll get it. No worries. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it. I hope you guys found it pretty helpful. If you guys do, hit that like button. I appreciate it. And I thank you all for watching.